Can you tell the people who don't know
Man, it's crazy to describe myself as an artist because I think as an artist, I got so much going on. But as a person, first, born in Manchester, Jamaica, and raised between Manchester and Portmore. And Portmore is a place where, like, we call it the Gaza. That's where, like, I'm gonna say Vibes Cartel because most people know Vibes Cartel. That's where a lot of, like, a lot of the top artists from Jamaica is from. So growing up between Manchester and Portmore, you get a mix of two different, cultures and different way of life, And then for me as a person living in different countries, it kind of influences the way I do my music. That's why if you see on my Instagram, you see genre boy because, I kind of adapt to my environment sometimes. Depends on where I live. So what as a musician, I like to explore. I don't like to be in one box. I'm a dancehall artist, reggae dancehall first. Yeah, always. Yeah, reggae dancehall. Everything else is backup. And as you know, reggae music, we create all these different genres. We created hip hop. So Whitical is an artist who is into many different genres. Yeah.
how long have you been producing?
Man, it's been a minute, man. It's like ever since I was in high school, we've been beating on the decks. The teacher turned her back, his or her back. We've been taking all the opportunity to do something and be wild in the class, I think I was the guy in the class that when teacher goes out, I'm the entertainer. You know what I'm saying? So I actually knew what I wanted to do from, from school. I know it wasn't anything, in the books. I know it was just like entertainment, I think my mom always said to me, like, if I wanted to be a doctor, I could have been a doctor or a lawyer because I'm so, driven by my music. So she said, if I focus the energy in some other profession, I'll be great at it as well. So I just want to make my mom proud, man. Getting that break. I'm still waiting for it.
Dedication.
Yeah, I'm still going, bro. I'm still going. But, it's not easy in this music business,
So, I mean, it's a lifelong thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's life. It's life.
It's like when they say things like passion.
Yeah.
When you look at the true definition of passion, like passio, is like suffering.
Yes.
Like we suffer for this.
I literally, sometimes I say to myself, I hate this fucking music. Because I love it so much. And I feel like it have a grip on me. Like it just won't let me go. I can't stop. Even if I want to stop, I can't stop. I'll be laying in beds at night and a song come to my head and a melody. And I have to get up and put the melody on the phone because I don't write music. I usually write music a long time ago, but I stopped writing music. But I feel like I'm a slave to music because I didn't really, it might sound cliche, but I didn't choose to be a musician. It was just like an inborn thing.
Is it sort of something that's like a storytelling maybe more?
Yeah, this is the oldest thing in the book, storytelling.
Yeah.
And I think my music, I like to tell stories in my music. Of course, now and again I might do a song that doesn't really have a crazy story to it, but most of my music is story. Even one of my last songs, Bad Boy Trevor, is a story. This song I'm dropping right now is a story.
Yeah.
I like telling stories, and I think it's the oldest way of entertainment.
Well, it's just like, you've got those storytellers, but you've got the musical component of it.
Yes.
So it's like this thing that is human.
Yeah.
It's this soul movement thing.
Yes. It's very ancient.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we're just tapping into that ancient.
Ancient,
culture.
yeah, because it's the easiest way to sell anything. Like, for example, like back in the days when people, they didn't have any media, people used to sit down by the fireplace and, tell stories. I grew up with my grandma, my great grandma, and she used to tell crazy stories, especially like stories from Africa, Anansi stories. Like anybody watching this interview from the Caribbean or from Africa, when I say Anansi, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Anansi is a African, I think it's from the Akan tribe in I think it's Ghana. or maybe other parts of Western Africa as well. Well, Anansi is a character that people use to tell different stories, and that's how we grew up in Jamaica. And you didn't miss any TV when your family's speaking about these stories because it's so entertaining. It's like you're visualizing everything while they're speaking to you. So storytelling is very ancient. Yeah, I've been waiting to drop this record for a minute, man. Actually, this record is like, excuse me. This record is actually an older record that I'd done a long time ago. And this record, well, you want a story behind this record? The older part, the version? I've made this record sometime when I moved to England, and I was on a very tight budget, didn't have any money. As I said, I was fresh in the UK. From Jamaica. I made this CD, this song, dropping on I actually bought the beat from Jamaica. And I was looking for a singer, and I found one of my Jamaican artists from my community. I found that he was living in London, and I reached out to him to sing it. And I remember we met up at the studio, and he sang, he did his part. I put out, I went home with the record. I burned it to a CD. And I said, what the hell should I do with this now? Because, as I said, I'm fresh from Jamaica. I don't know how to promote my music in England. I was accidentally listening to the radio once, and I heard this DJ on this, the radio station is called Capital Extra now. It's one of the biggest radio stations in the UK, if anybody go look it up. And I said to myself, I heard he said, you can send in your CDs. And I'm like, damn, I don't have a cover for this CD. But fuck it. I'm just gonna put it in an envelope and write my number on it and the name of the song or whatever and just send it. Anyway, I was home on Sunday and then my phone was ringing. And I heard somebody said, I answered the phone and I heard somebody says, at the time, I think I was calling myself, I was Nam. I was calling myself Nam. And the person said, is this Nam? And I was like, yeah. And I'm like, who is this? And the person said, this is DJ Natty B. I'm like, Natty B from where? He said, oh, from, I said it's Capital Extra, but it was Choice FM at the time. And I was like, and he said, yeah, you sent a CD, bro. And it was so badly put together, I was going to throw it in the bin. But I said, you know what? Let me listen to it because people send me a lot of music all the time that packaged so well and it's totally trash. I said, this one, the packages was the worst. You write your name on it, you write with a marker. And I was like, you know what? I should throw this in the bin, but I'm going to listen to it. And he said, bro, I swear to God, I couldn't believe it when I heard the song. I was like, this song is a hit record. And he called me and he said, yeah. He said, bro, I had to call you, tell you this song is good. You need to push this song as much as you can. I'm going to play this song. And I heard that song playing a lot on the radio, but I just didn't have the means to push it. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had even a team to help me with it, but I just didn't have that and it just faded away. So a couple of years ago, I said to myself, I was going through my catalog and I heard the song again. I'm like, oh my God, this song is crazy. I love the song. I said, I got to change it up a bit, give some new life to it, change the beat and everything, get a new singer on it. Because the first production wasn't that crazy, So I did the whole thing over. And it's dropping today. Yeah, and I'm hoping this song kind of launch me in the right path because the station is now called Capital Extra, and I wish I could get it to them again and get it to the DJ that was playing the song. But as I said, it's a fresh new make. It sounds like a fresh song. It's just got the same kind of melody to it, the same kind of vibe, and I think it's much better this time. Yep.
And get it on.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
It says when they see this interview, they'll probably be like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, definitely. DJ Natty B. I actually reached out to him maybe a year ago. And he answered me actually, and I sent a message to him send me your email, and if I could send him some records, but I haven't heard from him since. So Natty B, if you're watching this interview, bro, I got the song. So I'm saying, and you're the man, you can make it big.
Just remember that, Paul.
Just remember that. Yeah, just remember that one. Just remember that dude from Jamaica that he was gonna throw his CD in the bin and you played. That's a crazy story, bro.
So this reinvention, this track.
Yeah.
It's just like you're bringing up like
Incarnation.
you know it's vibing.
Yeah, it's tested and proven. You know, it can be done. You know, as I said.
Refinement process.
Yeah, I got one of the biggest DJs in the UK who played the song on his radio, and that's it's the same radio station now, just change the name, Capital Extra. That's one of the. If anybody go and check it out, that's one of the biggest radio stations in the UK.
Most people probably.
Yeah, most people know Capital Extra. And like if I could get my song on that radio station now, playing consistently as it was, and with the resources I have now and the connections and with the that'll be good, because we all know that just having a good song alone, doesn't mean you're gonna blow up. You need like exposure.
That's it.
You need promotion, and a lot of these songs that you hear on the radio now, or even on TikTok, they just didn't go viral on TikTok. There's a lot of money behind it. A lot of people paying content creators to put this song in their TikTok videos. So if you don't got that budget as an artist, you'll be suffering.
Because it's like a pipeline, isn't it?
Yeah. Like people will. The game is about money and promotion and connections, and there's a lot of good music out there. It's like YouTube. People upload videos every day. So if yours and people upload good content. It's just that the algorithm doesn't push it. So if your music is the same thing. Well, my music catalog is crazy because I got, the craziest thing, Patrick? I was trying to get some of my music that I've written and I've produced and I've been out there for a while. And recently I was trying to find one of my tracks that was put out by Tough Gang International. That's Bob Marley's studio and this guy called Clive Hunt. And I was trying to get my copyrights for my song and make sure that somebody else is not getting the benefits, because I saw somebody else's name on the writers. But when I contacted BMI, they told me that the music is it's not in somebody else's name as the writer. It actually is in my name. So I was pretty glad for it. But the point of it is that my music catalog goes so far back, man. I got music I could go on forever. One producer that I would really like to work with is one producer where I think he changed the game in Jamaican music. I mean, a lot of guys did, like I could go on forever, but I'm talking about in my era, like Stephen the Genius. He really, I remember when he started producing, he changed the way like the dancehall sound with like rhythms like Red Bull, you know what I'm saying? And a rhythm like Power Cut. So he's like Stephen Genius, he's like one of the producers I would really love to work with. Yeah. And of course, I don't know if he's still alive, but I think he is Bobby Digital, legendary producer. Rest in peace, Sly Dunbar, who just died. I would have loved to work with a producer like that guy. But musically speaking, or like artist-wise, man, Bob Marley, of course, is my favorite artist. Biggie Smalls, Tupac. I wish I had met like people like these. They really influenced the way my music sound. Of course, everybody would love to work with Dr. Dre, Timbaland. I love the beats that Timbaland put out. As I said, I'm genre boy. I do many different genres of music, but yeah, I'd love to work with these Stephen Genius, Timbaland, Dr. Dre all day. You know what I'm saying? Artists like 50 Cent. Man, there's so many guys I would love to work with, man. But, it's until you get there, I think you kick off one door first, then many more doors open, Yeah. Well, as I said, this song was an old song that I've reincarnated. But usually, most artists can speak about the way a song is composed. And the way a song usually is composed, especially for me as an artist, is the way the beat sounds. Like when I hear a beat, it usually tells me what it wants me to put on it. So the beat actually tells me what to do. You know, it's like it's telling me, oh, this is not a rhythm that you put a gangster song on. This is a beat that you put a love song on. So, you know, this is a beat you put a cultural song on, you know. So usually the beat tells me what to do. And I try to create something around it because the beat have a whole different, like it's have a voice in itself. You think what I'm saying? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Like, it's like you're a videographer. When you're in front of the lens, you can see stuff that I can't see.
It feels right.
Yeah, you can see stuff that I can't see. You know the angles. Like when I speak to you, sometimes I'm like, damn, Patrick, how do you get that lighting so good? You think it's like the same thing for me when I hear a beat. Like I hear exactly what the beat want me to put on it. I don't know if it sounds crazy.
It makes sense. It's kind of like this.
Pretty thing, go there, make it swing, oh yeah.
It's like if you're shooting a music you're gonna do a music video, and sometimes it depends on the theme of the song. You know, you have to find an environment that fits it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's like the same thing with the beat, you know? So like when I was creating this song, the beat tell me exactly, I mean, of course I had the story about the what I wanted, but then, you know, I know exactly that, okay, this beat fits this kind of lyrics, this kind of melody. And then when you write a song as well, you actually visualize you know, how the singer will sound on it. So you just don't choose anybody to sing on the record. You know that, okay, this guy have a raspy voice, this guy is singing soprano. You know, you have to choose the right guy for the song and the right kind of voice. You know, you don't want anybody, maybe if the song calls for somebody who sound like, you know, say a BB King, or, you know what I'm saying, like somebody have it depends on the voice, you know, you choose somebody exactly. Yeah, so the beat tells you. Yeah, the beat.
Starts with the beat.
Yeah, it speaks to you. Yeah, it speaks. And I don't really, it's crazy, like, is the kind of position I'm in as an artist right now, like pen and paper doesn't exist for me. The mic is my pen, and the DAW is the paper. So I literally will just go in front of the microphone and just do a record. If you can't come to my house and say, let me see where you wrote this song. I don't write music.
You sing it.
Yeah, I just deliver. I'm the mailman. I'm delivering. It's a delivery, boy.
It's a delivery.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're having babies over here. Yeah, man. So.
This is so good.
Yeah, man.
This is so good.
You guys were in the basement, man. It's a good look, you know, and we're blessed. Yeah, we are blessing all around us. And it's minus 17 outside.
Oh, it's freezing.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, don't let the dress code fool you, guys. Don't let the dress code fool you. It's crazy outside. You don't want to be out there. Yeah. Patrick is from Australia. I'm Jamaican, and we're totally in a different. At the moment we are like astronauts in a totally alien environment. Like, yeah, we're astronauts, bro. You go out there, you have to go like 10 layers up. You know what I'm saying?
The fishbowl.
Yeah, the fishbowl over your head, man. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I see my kids going to school sometimes, and I'm like, damn, they look like astronauts.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
So, let's just jump into like some film young yourself.
Yes, sir.
How would you approach yourself? What
Damn,
would you say?
that's a deep question, bro. How do I approach it, man? I think one of my favorite albums is called Exodus. That's Bob Marley. And I think life is a journey. Life is Exodus. It's a movement. But along the journey, you stop different places. It's like drive, you're in a car. We came here this morning and we have to stop. You came to pick me up. I think life is like that. You stop somewhere, you meet people. And I think, you have relationships. And I think if I could live my life again, of course, I have some regrets, some things that I would definitely change. Some people I would, maybe cut off much earlier. But I thank God for all my journey and that I'm still alive. Could have been dead. It's a long story, it's a lot. But yeah, I could have been dead, bro. Many times I think about, going through a lot of, tough life, and I think I'm still lucky to be alive. But yeah, I think I would probably, do things a bit different, younger self. If I could see myself where I'm sitting now, I think I could have made a lot of different changes. But I still give thanks for my journey and that I'm still alive and I'm healthy and well.
What would you say to yourself?
Man, I would say be a bit more adventurous in life. I would say travel more, even though I didn't have the opportunity. I'm not going to lie to you. People might see me on a plane going somewhere and they might say, oh, he's having a holiday there. But they realize that this is a bit later, later on in my life, I could actually travel. And, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I would change a lot, man. I would change a lot in the sense of, especially my music and relationships. I would have cut some people off much earlier, yeah. And I would have not leave my music career in the hands of people and like lawyers who signed me up to record deals, yeah. And I didn't get an advance.
Used.
Yeah, bro, yeah. I've producers been sitting at the record for a lot of producers who, make money from my music somewhere else, and I didn't get a dollar. I wish I had. I wish I'd been more educated about the music. So my older self now, I usually say to producers, if you can't do for me what I can do better than I can do for myself, I'm not gonna do it. Because a lot of people are just users and waste of time. So yeah, I would tell my younger self, don't mess with these people, or cut these people off more earlier because they're vampires, they're bloodsuckers. But as I said, I still give thanks for life because, as Kanye West says, what don't kill me can only make me stronger.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I give thanks for all my journey, bro. It's an exodus, and I'm on that exodus. Well, I think for me, I try not to bleach too much. In Jamaica, we say bleach. That means staying up too late at night, partying. Yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of people who, like, they look much older than themselves, you know what I mean? And yeah, and I watch the way I eat. I fast every day. Right now, today, I'm doing a 24 hours fast. I do it once a week or twice a week. So fasting is life for me. I do it minimum 18 hours every day. I think if you can control your stomach, you can control your mind. So that's one of my advice to give people. Don't use your teeth to dig your grave. And if you don't understand it, it means like, don't eat yourself to death. That's a Rastaman saying in Jamaica. The Rastamans, an example, Bob Marley didn't go to I think he probably probably didn't go to secondary school, I think he probably stopped school in probably age of 12 or something like that. I don't want to lie, but I think very early. But if you listen to Bob Marley's music, he's very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? And education doesn't equate to intelligence. And there's a lot of people out there, they don't understand that, you can eat yourself to death. You can work yourself to death. So I try not to, of course, life is is messed up and, it's hard to avoid stress all the time. It's hard to avoid the pressures of life. But I would say any environment that you're in that is making your life miserable, try to get away from it. Try to eat right, try to sleep, and try to drink a lot of water. Yeah. This is material, bro. People, there's too much love of material that people forget that. Like, for example, I grew up in Jamaica where, we were very poor. I'm not going to say we were dirt poor. My level of poverty, I think when I was going to school, my mom used to buy the toughest, biggest leather shoes you could find so that I couldn't wreck it, so she don't have to buy another one because she don't have the money for another one. So I used to go to school thinking I didn't have shit. But then I see the other guy, and I'm like, damn, he's worse than me. You know what I'm saying? And I could see the levels, and I could see levels above me, and I could see levels, I won't say below me, because I'm just talking about in finances wise, poverty. Material. Yeah. When you think your life is the worst, there's other people out there who have it worse than you. So, you know, sometimes I miss, not poverty, but I miss the lifestyle I used to live in Jamaica, where even though we didn't have too much, we were still happy. We were still more like contented. And I think we as people in this world now, the more we have, is the more we are like stressed out. You know what I'm saying? The more we want more. You know what I'm saying? And I think you go back and you were talking about the outback in Australia? Yeah. These people out there, they live with nature, they are one with nature, and they don't worry about the things that we worry about. Robots. The thing is, like, as I said before, like, the way modern man is going forward is going to be hard for him because, you know, like, we getting soft. We need a community, because the community, as I said, you know, it takes a community to raise a child, you know, not a single person. No, you're right. Like, I think, me personally, I think, you know, simple living is important. I think everybody should experience some form of hardship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you find in like we live in Norway, and we find like a lot of people here are suffering from depression, stress, anxiety, because they have so much. You know, when I growing up as a kid in Jamaica, you only had one TV station. So you actually, you know, you sit there and you watch something and you enjoy it. Now you give a kid a remote, and they have dozens of stations, and they can't even stay still with the remote. They're just clicking through, chick, 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 chick. So you find out their brains, people's brains are switched to go very fast. They're not slow. So I think people get anxiety and people get stressed because there's so much. Trust me, the average person I probably sit down every day with their phone like this all day because we have access to it. We have too much access. Too much access. What we're speaking about, like, for example, my kids, at home, I put fruits on the table. I don't put like sodas, fizzy drinks, chips, fries. And I think what people are exposed to, you know, they will kind of consume it. So because my kids see all these fruits and, you know, water, and, you know, they will take that. But if you expose them to other kind of stuff, they will consume it. So it's the same thing. Society is exposed to too much social media, too much scrolling, like YouTube. If you have a lot of long form videos, people don't want to watch it. People want to watch very short form videos. If you make long form videos nowadays, you have to make it extremely entertaining. And it's hard to make all these long form videos extremely entertaining. That's why most people nowadays, they go to TikTok or they go to YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, and they just scoop, because it's a quick fix.
But it's all programming.
Yeah, it's a quick fix.
This is
Especially kids. I think it's hard to stop an adult from doing it, but with a child, you could, you know, just like my kids, I regulate, you know, what they watch. I don't let them walk around with an iPad or a phone. I put like minutes on. I'll be like, okay, you got 20 minutes to play this game, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do with my kids. But everything starts from in the home.
absolutely
Everything, you know, yeah.
just as it started with you.
Exactly. Man, I have so much music that I think, well, that I know in myself, potentially, I'm gonna say potentially, you know, but don't think I'm cocky. I think I have a lot of hit records. All I need is, I think I am the raw material. I am the raw material that can be worked with and that can turn into something amazing. But as we say in Jamaica, no man is an island. And I think as a person, as an artist, I will keep pushing myself as far as I can go. My biggest dream as a musician is just to make a living from what I love. You know, I want to, my favorite thing is in front of the mic, walking through the crowd, rocking the mic, you know, interacting with people. I love doing that, man. I wish I could do that every day or every weekend. I like, Patrick, hey, let's go Amsterdam. Patrick, let's go Germany. Let's go Jamaica. That's my life, man. I wish I could do that every day. I'm jealous when I see people doing what I love and making a living from it. I'm not jealous in a bad way. You know, I don't have any envy in my heart, any jealousy. But I'm jealous in a way like, oh man, I wish that was me in a sense. I wish I was doing that myself. Part of the thing that's kind of really slowed me down from actually doing that is probably myself in the sense of, you know, wanting to be a father.
Dad life.
Yeah, father life, you know, you know, like, I could have like left my kids and gone to chase my dreams. But I wanted to be a father because the years that you lose, you know, when, for example, I heard one guy says, you know, him and his girlfriend were separated and she took his kid and lived in a different state. And he says, every time he sees his child, he see it. The first time he saw his baby, it was with the teeth. And he literally cried because I didn't see when the teeth was coming out. So me personally, I didn't want to miss when my daughter or my daughters take their first step. I didn't want to miss when they say their first words. I didn't want to miss when they go to school for the first time. I didn't want to miss picking them up. So I sacrificed, my music in a lot of ways just to be a father. And that's something I never had. You know, we live in Trondheim, and it's not the place for. It's kind of our worst place to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be like, you know, I live in England, I live in America, I'm Jamaican. I could have been in any one of these places, doing my music and being successful. Actually, before my daughter was born, I was actually at the verge of getting my break, and then I had to leave Jamaica to come to Norway to be a father. And to be a father, you know, like to be a true father, then, you know, you have to sacrifice yourself, you know. And to be successful, you have to sacrifice yourself again. It's like, there's two ways, you know, people don't understand what it's like to be an artist. You know, people think of you as weird because I'm always locked away doing some music. And people are like, why is he always locked away doing some shit? You know what I'm saying? They don't understand it. People don't understand your dream until you get there. People don't understand your dream until you become famous. They're like, oh, you know, and especially people who know you, people who see you every day, they don't appreciate your music. People who come to the club and they see you like, oh, they know you're an artist, they know you're good, but they don't appreciate you because they see you. They get familiar with you, they don't appreciate you.
Yep.
So like, they say a king doesn't get any crown in his country. So it's like, people don't appreciate it. So, but when you're famous now, you know, and then people are like, oh my God, you dig what I'm saying? Yeah, like you know, I meet people from other cities, so when they see me, they go wild. And I think maybe it's a natural human thing, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I believe that I can do this stuff. I just need to keep going. Sometimes I would say to myself, man, I wish I had maybe take more time and probably leave the family and go do my music. But then again, I said, I probably would have never seen my daughter walk the first time. Never heard her say Papa. That's her first words. Their first words, and taking them to school for the first time. You know, I was telling my bigger daughter now that when I used to take her to school, I swear to God, it's like a movie. We would walk together first, and I like to hold their hands. And, the bigger they get, they don't want you to hold their hands. So we come out the car. She don't want to hold my hand because she's big. You know they're getting big now. They want to hold Papa's hand. The closer we get to school, especially when she just started school, she grabbed my hands. And then she started squeezing my hands. I could tell that she was like very shy, very afraid, So a couple of days ago, I was taking my youngest daughter to school, and she only wanted me to drop her in the car park. I'm like, why do you want me to drop you in the car park alone? She's like, Papa, I'm too big now for you to take me to school. I'm like, oh my God. Because I haven't taken her to school for a minute, So because she's been walking with her friends, they're getting bigger now, they're walking. So I said, no, I gotta rub this one in. So I took her near as I can to school, near as I can, and then I started kissing her up. And I pissed her off, like, Papa, you can't do it. But I love doing that, man. It's amazing how kids, bro, I didn't want to miss that for the world. I didn't want to miss that for the world, you know. I didn't have a father, so I wanted to change I wanted to break the cycle. You know what I'm saying? And I did it for my kids, and I did it for myself. Yeah, man.
It ain't over yet.
Yeah, yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Where Yeah, man. We're gonna do this, baby. We're gonna make it happen.
Good one, man. That was really good.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
All right.